And Barbara, are you number 5? Yes, you are. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for the invitation here to the Durham Christian Homes. And your organizer here was the first one to organize a debate. So thank you very much for doing that. Thank you to yourselves for coming out, because this is exactly about connecting our communities and bringing visibility and transparency to the democratic process. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Niagara-on-the-Lake in a farming town. Spent my summers packing peaches and diverse things. Later on, I completed a BA at Brock University, and during that time I worked in the family appliance business. And we had to struggle through the changes in policy with free trade agreements and also the first recession in the 80s. So I do have some understanding of what it means to be small business owners and the responsibility. I want you to know that having observed my father engaged for 30 years in municipal politics in Niagara, I'm well aware of the time commitment and the availability that's needed 24/7 to fulfill this position. My work experience is primarily in long-term care with older adults, and I and my husband, we have 4 children, and we settled in Pickering 8 years ago. A question that often comes up is, what would I do differently? Well, I would like to say that I believe strongly that the Durham region has a good foundation in the agricultural sector and the energy sector. So I think it's important that we ensure food security and that we maintain the growing capacity of our quality agricultural lands. And the Greenbelt Act, which will be reviewed in 2015, is there to protect those farmlands so that they can produce the food not just for Durham, but for the GTA, the USA market, and now through agreements, the European market. Those productive farmlands also have the essential water resources that spring from the Oak Ridges moraine, and we have the transportation infrastructure, and we're very close to these major markets. So there's a huge natural and built-in assets. Another issue that a lot of people talk about is transit, and we have missed out on transit dollars in the past because this region wasn't prepared in the planning. So going forward, I think it would be very important to be alert and as to the funding that's available. York region got 83 million thereabouts. Peel got that. Toronto got 700 million, and we got 2.5. So I think we can do better there. Sorry, a bit of a cold. Going forward, a lot of our demographic is going to be increasingly older adults. So we need to find housing strategies and ways to make safe, walkable communities so people can remain independent longer, and we can meet the diverse needs. One thing, what brought me into this position is that 3 years ago, local developments in Pickering were finalized with very little input from the public, and community engagement was limited to special interest groups. So out of this, I joined with others and we founded the Pickering West Shore Community Association. Since then, I've been engaged in local and regional council on certain issues. I've spoken to them. And I've advocated for emergency preparedness improvement by writing with provincial legislature and in Parliament for increased accountability for nuclear communities. And with success, the region recently passed motion for the pre-distribution of the potassium iodide pill. So I think this election, this is a great opportunity for the 8 municipalities to come together. We can express our concerns and the aspirations of the people can be heard, and without us 5 candidates coming up against Mr. Anderson, we wouldn't have that opportunity. So I hope you'll consider Barbara Pulse on October 27th.